Okay, everybody, welcome to our first ever podcast episode. I'm here with my co-host Zachary Weldon. Say hello, Zachary.
Hi, my name is Zachary. I'm the co-host of What's New podcast here with Logan, and we have two special guests on today. We have James
Hello.
and we have Matthew.
Good evening.
They are twins.
Yeah, not only are they twins, but they're also gingers, right?
Or yeah, I guess we're technically ginger. Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. Cough, cough.
Nudge.
Okay, so Zachary,
nothing at
you
all.
wanted to ask the first question.
Well, I don't have any questions prepared, so you can come up with one while I come up with one.
Okay, this question is for James. Okay, James, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so where do you see your brother in 10 years?
Uh. Hmm. Okay. So he'd be 25,
Correct.
and Okay, so I see him with a girlfriend, most likely,
That's good.
Okay.
and maybe
Very
some sort of
appreciative.
small house or a apartment. Nothing too big. Unless he hits the lottery or something, gets lucky, right?
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Okay.
Small house, girlfriend. All right.
Okay, Matt, same question about your brother.
Where do I see my brother in 10 years?
Yeah.
Well, this is how I picture in 10 years. Probably a girlfriend. Probably gonna get one eventually. Might score lucky or not. But I have a feeling that a lot of my friends and us are probably gonna get the same house. Maybe go through college. Once we're through that, then I don't know.
All right. Zachary, do you have a question prepared yet,
Yes,
or
I
still
do.
waiting?
I have a typical one that we'll get during this time. By that I mean it's a COVID question. Everyone has been affected differently by this. I've had it personally myself. I suffered through it, but not too bad. My mom had it worse. My whole family had it except for my sister Becca. So we all suffered through it basically. And I didn't get affected by it too terribly much because I didn't have it bad. So I don't think anyone else on here had it, right?
I've had it, most likely.
Yeah, someone in my house had it, and I had like a small sickness, but if it was COVID, it wasn't bad for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I
so,
haven't been tested, but I'm pretty sure it was.
so this is for
I
both.
still can't taste or smell.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, this is for both James and Matthew. James will go first, Matthew next. How has it affected your personal life? Like, what can you do, and what can you not do anymore?
Okay, so I can't go to school because I'm already kind of attached to online school, and I would hate to go in the middle of the year and kind of ruin my grades, right?
Yeah.
And then I think I had it last week. I was like incredibly sick. I had a headache that was killing me, and I couldn't taste or smell. Still can't. And I've basically lost a friend over it. But then I kind of realized he's kind of evil.
Oh,
So yeah, you kind of see the worst in people because of this.
is it a little
all I
too
really have to
personal?
say.
Is it a
Huh?
little too personal, or would you care to elaborate on that?
Okay, so
Probably don't want to say his name.
I don't want
on
to say a
this.
name,
You can
right?
type it in the
I don't
chat
want
because
to.
we can see it, but
No, you
viewers
don't
can't.
have to. I wouldn't know him anyway.
Oh,
I won't say the name, right?
yeah.
But
Yeah.
I used to have a great friendship with him. Then I decided to go to a amusement park for my birthday, right? It was COVID still, like there was like lockdowns and stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
But we were wearing masks, we were alright. And then because of his life issues, he couldn't go. But I invited him, right? But
Yeah.
like he got all super pissed off at me because he couldn't go. And he
Ow.
was totally selfish. Like he literally, I mean, I can't say from his point of view, but he I invited him, and I felt like he was being ungrateful because I invited him, he couldn't go, and he gets mad at me that he couldn't go.
Yeah, he totally blamed the whole thing about him not going on us, and yet
On us,
it was his family that made him not go.
yeah, and I just it really affected my entire friend group because it's either hang out with him or hang out with me. It really
Yeah,
sucks.
right.
Yeah.
It just divides, but that's all I gotta say about it.
Yeah, I think we've all lost a few people over some of the stuff that's happened in the past year.
Yeah, I think I'm happy to say that I never lost anyone to a COVID death.
Oh,
But,
actually, I've lost my neighbor to COVID.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very upsetting.
Yeah.
Not even 2 days ago.
Really?
Yeah, crazy.
Man.
Huh. Okay, so
I believe he was weakened by the virus and pneumonia got him.
Oh.
Yeah.
How old was he?
He was aging. He was like 70, maybe
Wow. Wait, he was how much? How old?
70, maybe.
Okay, 70. Yeah. It's definitely affected the elders the worst.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I'm lucky to still have all of my grandparents except for, the men, of course. They go first.
Right. They go quicker.
yeah, so same question to you, Matt. Like, how has this affected you?
COVID, like the quarantine. Personally, at the beginning, it didn't seem like much. My grades have definitely paid the price. I used to make straight A's. So I'm lucky to get a B or two. It's probably affected the way I like band. I used to love it, played every day. Sometimes even practice at home. Like it was great. And then I don't even know, this online school is probably just taking the joy out from me. And just turn into get a playing test turned in time. I got a girlfriend over the quarantine. That was pretty cool. And
That's good news.
yeah, I know, right? That's pretty great, right? But
Yeah.
yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna elaborate on that band part. We all loved band last year. Band was great. For viewers,
Yeah,
me,
exactly.
James, and Matthew all go to the same school. I used to go to school with Logan, but we were all in band together.
I really
minus
loved being in
Logan.
band with them. I'll tell you, it was the most euphoric experience of my life.
Yeah, I don't know if the teacher ruined it or I ruined it for myself. Honestly,
No,
I couldn't tell you.
It's a little bit of both, in my opinion. Like Miss Mac last year, I'm not saying she was like
Yeah.
absolutely horrible band director. She was a great person, but she had trouble getting control over the room when she needed to.
Definitely.
And then when it comes to Miss V is a bit more strict, and she gets stuff done, but then she also does it in specific ways, and she goes a little over sometimes. That doesn't make them like horrible people. It's just everybody can improve on a little bit, but band has just become not fun because we've had half of our members out virtual, and we can't play all these great pieces because we're missing half of our band, and it's not as fun. But yeah, that's my input on that specifically.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I haven't played an instrument since 6th grade, so I wouldn't know too much about it anymore.
What instrument did you play?
Violin. I played at a school orchestra. Not even high schools have that, but for some reason, a Gwinnett Middle School had that.
You know, it's hilarious. I have the video of you playing Mary Had a Little Lamb from one of the project videos we did in 6th grade.
I hadn't have any rosin to make my bow all nice and ready to play. So I played it dry, and it was so bad. Because you're supposed to play with like a little thin layer of wax on the bow.
Yeah.
But anyway, this interview isn't about me. I think I might actually. Okay, so we're doing an interview with you guys. So I'd like to ask you a question. If you could interview anyone in the world, well, anyone besides, obvious answers like God and stuff, but if you could interview anyone who is still alive today, who would it be?
Elon Musk.
This will go to Matt first.
Yeah, Elon Musk definitely. He is a genius, and honestly,
Yeah.
I think he'd be a cool guy to just hang out with general.
Yeah.
I want to. His new program was SpaceX.
Yes.
Yeah. I
SpaceX.
want to definitely, because he did a podcast with what's his name? I can't think of his name now.
Joe Rogan?
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, yeah, and that's one of my favorites on his. So yeah, I definitely want to talk to him for 10 to 20 minutes. That's all I honestly need.
Okay. James?
I was thinking about it.
Well, do you have an answer?
Honestly, it would have to be Joe Rogan.
Really?
I want to meet the man behind the shadow.
Yeah. Guy
Like-
has some mad kicks, though.
He is the most insane person I ever seen, ever, and I would like to talk to him.
Yeah. Joe Rogan's definitely one of my favorite podcasts. He's also one hell of a kicker. I know I've already said that. He actually trained a couple UFC fighters how to fight. I wish I had their names here, trust me, but I do not. Very cool guy though. I wish I could meet him.
Indeed.
I'm gonna answer
Honestly,
that
I
too.
wish.
Like, I know we're interviewing them, but I want to
Huh?
answer that because when you asked me this earlier, Logan, I had no answer, but I do now. I'd say Bill Gates. He's one of the smartest
Bill
people
Gates?
out there. He knows entrepreneurship. He knows science. He knows how this world works, basically. To put
You
it
want to
that way.
know two people who know entrepreneurship better?
Who?
Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk.
Well, you see, Jeff Bezos just stepped down from CEO of Amazon and gave it to another guy.
Did he really?
He really did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
wow.
it's a lot of work being CEO, and he's already the second richest person in the world.
Yeah, I mean, what
Yeah.
more do you really need at that point?
But still, Bill
Yeah.
Gates he's up there. Like Elon Musk, yeah, he's the richest person in the world. But Bill Gates still, if you look up at all the stuff he still does the most when it comes to economy. He still is the biggest person fighting against poverty and world hunger and all that stuff. And I think that's great. So
Here's something
Yeah.
funny about
Bill
that.
Gates isn't. Huh?
Here's something funny about that, like Bill Gates. I don't remember what grade it was, but he apparently got into the where you can assign his classes, and he put himself in a class with a bunch of girls.
Yeah.
okay, so is that the end of your question?
Yes.
Okay,
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. They both answered.
Okay, so my next question is going to bring it back to the main reason that we started this entire podcast, the reason we had the idea for this. What's new? So, like, no one has seen each other really in this friend group. Logan, you've seen these people before, but one time at my party, all the way back
Yeah.
in September. And last time I saw James and Matthew was like a month or two ago. What's been going on? What's new? What have we missed out on?
Hmm.
You want to go
So the
first,
drama
James?
with the friend, obviously.
Yeah.
Right, that was pretty recent. What's new? It's kind of an off question because quarantine, but
Yeah.
so not
Oh,
much will happen.
I took upon myself to finally, like, I know it's sad, but I'm definitely leaving band next year. I can't stand it anymore. And I decided to pick up guitar instead of bassoon.
Yeah.
Matt, Zachary. Okay. I know he just answered.
Yeah.
Zachary, I have him on 200%. Can you hear him?
I can hear him. Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Matt, I don't think I'll be able to reply too much to your answers. My setup, there's something off with it. I can't hear you too well.
Okay, so Logan, go on
Yeah.
to his Discord name, which is the top person where it should be. He should be the top person on the
Yeah,
podcast
he's
voice.
purple.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I have
right
my
click.
user volume is at 200%.
Okay, you did. Okay. So then you're messing up a little bit over there. We'll get that sorted out next episode.
Well, if you ask them a question again, I can mute myself real quick and just mess around with my speakers for maybe 1 minute, 2 minutes.
I'll have to come with a question. We'll do that next time. So you ask him a question real quick, and Then I'll come up with 2 questions to ask, so you can do that.
Okay, so he asked his what's new. I haven't seen either of you since his birthday party. I think we got along pretty great.
You were
But
you were
I'm
the
wondering.
movie reviewer guy, right?
Yes,
Oh,
I think so.
He
Yeah.
he was the
So
really tall
my-
guy that was taller than everybody there.
oh
Yeah.
right. Okay. Hey.
So I want to ask, what was the first thing, if you remember, what was the first thing each of you did when you got home from the party?
I think I actually
Besides
yelled
think
at
about
my
Zachary's sister.
dad when I got home. Yeah, I think no, actually, I washed my mom's car and then I got angry at my dad for some reason. I can't remember.
Yeah. James?
I believe I went in my room and went on my console to play games.
Okay. Well, that's almost what I did. I wish I had that washing car experience that your brother had though, because I really there's something off about it. I know it's like a chore, but washing cars is surprisingly fun
It
to me,
really is. I love doing it.
especially in like warm weather. Very nice.
Damn.
All I
movie
think
scene.
about with those car washes is like those free car oh well, actually, all I think about is like that Family Guy episode where they mix with the Simpsons and then they do a car wash to find Peter's car. But
Yeah.
it's like one of those nudie car washes. It was great.
Yeah. I remember there was this crossover between Family Guy and The Simpsons. I think it was Peter and Homer or something like that, and they both washed cars in bikinis. It was pretty hot.
That was, yeah, that's what he just said.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
he's just-
I didn't hear the
explain.
Simpsons part, so I was.
Okay, so I've got one question. I'll come with another one while they're answering this one. So if that's the end of yours, I'll go ahead and go.
That was it. You can ask a question.
Okay, so shift over topics from like COVID stuff to fun stuff. I was gonna say what consoles, but I know you guys, so I know your answers to that, so I don't need to ask. Same as me, but favorite game, but not your most favorite game, your second favorite game. Switching it up a little bit there.
Second favorite.
game.
Hmm.
I have a list of games that are like one of my top, but they're not in chronological or best order. But I guess I could come up with a second.
I have my I have my answer.
You go ahead first.
Okay, so my second favorite game is definitely Far Cry 5.
Far Cry 5. And I've never played that one actually.
It is so fun. And the story is really good as well.
Is that the one where they're in the like? Yeah. Okay. So isn't that the one where they're in like a more like country area of the United States?
Yeah, it's in Virginia, I think.
Yeah.
And
Virginia.
you fight a Christian cult that thinks the end of the world is coming.
Oh.
Yeah,
I don't
That
think it'd be
sounds-
Christian though.
it's Christian.
Is it Christian?
Yeah, it's based off Christianity. They called it New Dawn.
It was based off.
New Eden. No, Eden's Gate. That's right. It was called Eden's Gate.
That's right.
Yeah. Just fanatics.
Yeah, I would recommend playing it with a friend though.
Yeah, it's double the
It's-
fun with your friend.
It's multiplayer.
Yeah, it's 2-player.
It's cooperative.
That sounds fun. Yeah. I
I
haven't
recommend
actually
it.
ever played a Far Cry game.
Oh yeah, they're quite great.
3 is incredibly good. I've never played 4, but 5 and 3 are probably the best ones.
Yeah, I play.
Okay,
I
I'll
play
keep that
3
in mind.
games. Just 3. I play Rainbow Six Siege, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and Minecraft.
Okay.
Awesome.
Great games. Minecraft, you build whatever you want. Free time. You do what you please. And then Rainbow Six
calming.
Siege is just fun. It's a great game. But yeah. James, your mic is doing that weird thing you told me to tell you when it did it.
There you go. It's fine.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, my second favorite game, gotta say it's probably Black Ops 3. Definitely. Or Portal 2. Or that one.
I don't play many Call of Duties, but I have to say my favorite is probably Black Ops 2. I like playing it multiplayer. It's pretty fun.
Especially the Xbox 360 lobbies where everyone's toxic as crap.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
That-
yeah.
Dude, if you go back onto Black Ops 2 or 1 now, it's just hackers.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's not fun.
You can't have fun on those games. Those were the best games. Like Zombies on Black Ops 2 was amazing.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Okay, so I don't know if any of you played this game. So it was one of the more popular games in the same category as Overwatch before Overwatch. It's called Team Fortress 2.
I played that. I still
Oh.
play that.
That game is a national treasure.
You know,
It's
that was
been
actually my
alive for like
first
12 years, I think.
Yeah, that was actually one of my first video games I ever played for the PC. But the thing is now you can't go on there without running into a bunch of kids. You know, maybe a hacker. You know, it's just it takes
Oh,
the
it's
joy out
sad
of it.
what the lobbies are now.
Yeah,
That game used to be
Oh,
vibrant
yeah.
and packed. Now it's
Sometimes when you play solo, you get a good lobby, but as soon as like you play with your friends, for some reason the game the game just gives you like hackers. Like as soon as I got on with my friend, all we got was snipers who aim lock to your head and couldn't be caught.
Yeah.
yeah, they were just camp spawn. You couldn't do anything.
yeah. It's not. They take some of the joy out of the things that used to make the game fun.
It's just
Yeah.
filled with people, veterans who only play ranked, and hackers who just camp on casual. That's it.
Yeah.
And bots.
Ranked is a whole different story when it comes to that game.
Yeah.
I guess it's time for me to think of a question, Zachary.
I can go ahead and ask another one real quick if you need to.
Okay, go ahead. I'll take some time to think.
Okay. So we're all band people who play instruments again, minus Logan, and we're not interviewing Logan. So if you could play another instrument, what would it be? For me, instead of playing trombone, I would pick trumpet. Just because. So
It has to be a band instrument.
yes.
Okay. Hmm. That's a difficult one. It would be the piano probably.
Piano is
Okay.
great.
Okay.
Is the piano technically in band?
Yeah.
I mean, you can if you want to call a piano a mallet board, then yeah.
Well, I mean, a mallet board and a piano
Or like the same
are
thing.
different. They're the notes and layout is the same,
Yeah.
but they're different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I anything that would have to do with the reed or a mouthpiece, I wouldn't be able to play. Like it's just no, I'm just too used to playing
Percussion.
snare drum, mallets. Just not my thing.
Matt?
I played 3 instruments. I used to be a euphonium, which is like kind of like a smaller tuba, and then I switched to the bassoon. That was my second instrument, and then recently in 8th grade I played the saxophone for a little bit because I had to do marching band tryouts or something like that, and she forced me to play that. But
Okay.
if I were to play an instrument that I would actually enjoy, it would probably be no, it'd probably be something in percussion like that, big board drum, something like that.
Okay. Okay. Personally, I'd really like to learn to play the guitar because there's just a lot of songs that I've always wanted to be able to play and sing, and most of those include a guitar, like an acoustic, not a rock and roll, but acoustic.
Hmm. If I was to play guitar, it'd definitely be like electric or rock and roll. I'd be the other way around.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you have to pick up acoustic before you do electrical.
Yeah, but heavy metal, that's awesome.
Yeah, okay, I agree. I definitely love to play an electric guitar, you know, maybe play, some oldies, but also the new stuff. But personally, there's a lot of Johnny Cash stuff that some stuff that I've been listening to recently that I'd like to learn to play the acoustic and maybe, I don't know, pick up an electric along the way.
Well, then why
Country
don't
Roads
you-
and Ring of Fire would be the only reason I'd want to do that.
Oh my!
Yeah.
Then pick up an acoustic electric where you can do both.
Is
That
there really a
exists.
switchable thing?
Yeah.
You must have a software to switch them, I would assume.
That's
Well,
crazy.
No, I
Yeah.
think you just plug it in, unplug it.
Well, with acoustic
Really?
electric, it's basically an acoustic guitar with the sound amps inside of it, and you can play it as acoustic with it on an amp plugged up, so it just amplifies the sound. And then on the amp, you can adjust the sound to make it like you can play Sweet Child of Mine, stuff like that.
Oh, weird. So it's mostly the amp doing the work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, is it time for me to ask a question
It
again,
is your
or
time.
okay? This question is for both of you. You can answer separately, or if you guys happen to agree, you can answer at the same time. But what is like your favorite movie series? I might ask movie company later, but what is your favorite movie series? This could be Marvel, Star Wars, DC, MonsterVerse, whatever.
Hmm. um. I hate to be that average answer, but definitely Avengers.
Okay, so like the sub series to the MCU. The how many have they have now? 4.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
It's Mike James.
Oh.
Oh my. So movie series. I'm very iffy with movie series. Like I like movies individually. For series, I guess I'm also have to go for Marvel as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. So before Zachary asks another question, because I know he's probably itching to.
Not really.
Okay. Well, you go ahead and think about your next question because this is my last one for a second.
Okay.
What is your favorite movie genre?
Oh,
I'm gonna answer that one. I'm gonna say action or thriller.
Well, I meant okay, maybe not. Okay, not necessary. It's like genre, but more like subgenre. Not like action has like western, mobster.
Oh, okay.
Like it could be
Well, if it's
like not just
action,
drama,
then it'll
comedy,
be
action.
like Tom Cruise type of action movies where he's doing freaking Mission
Almost like a
Impossible stuff.
Michael Bay.
Like that type of
huge.
action. And then if I'm going thriller,
Michael Bay.
just like the crime thrillers, like someone's getting stalked and like something like that. Those types of thrillers.
Yeah.
I like action movies with the plot. Like, for example, like Thor Ragnarok. It explained most of his backstory and where he's been after the other movie. I don't remember where it's. I think it was the second
Civil War.
Avengers movie. Was it just after Civil War?
No. Okay, so it's describing what they were doing during Civil War after Age of Ultron.
That's right. I like those kind of like action movies that have a good plot.
Yeah.
Not just like random bullshit like Transformers or something like that. Like just random action out of nowhere. Michael Bay.
Your mic is popping again, James.
Oh.
How? Oh,
Fixed?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I definitely like the. Oh, jeez. I definitely like the like I don't even know this is a genre, but like sci-fi horror. Like do you guys know Black Mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that, or like Alien or Predator are really good too.
Okay. I gotta say, personally, my favorite genre, also one of my favorite movies in this genre. I really like gangster movies, and I don't mean you know what I'm talking about, mob movies, mobsters.
Yeah, but like
My favorite
Godfather.
movie,
Yeah, like Godfather.
yeah. My favorite movie of all time is Goodfellas. I mean, it was so well shot, so well put together. It's directed by my favorite director, um, Martin Scorsese. It's got some of my favorite actors in it. Ray Liotta, who I haven't really watched in too many other movies. He just plays the part of Henry Hill so well, and it was so well shot. I'm in love with that movie completely.
It's a good reason.
Okay.
Zachary, your question?
My question. Okay, so we're going to food now. Favorite fast food restaurant, and do you have your order memorized? And if so, what is it?
Uh,
Hmm. I have. Favorite restaurant. Okay, I got it. So, my favorite restaurant is Arby's because they have
The
a
meat.
sandwich called the the beef and cheddar,
Yeah.
and my order is always like two not like I get two beef and cheddars, but I don't get the half pound because the half pound kind of ruins it because it's too much. But like two normal ones, that's just perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just get the entrees. I don't like the fries, and I just get a drink with it.
Yeah.
Matt?
okay, so like I'm gonna be because like there's a difference between like fast food restaurants and like fancy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
okay, so like fast food, either Chick-fil-A or Arby's. Chick-fil-A would be a chicken sandwich entree with like an 8 or 12 pound meal, and then a Coke, and then but like a high class. My favorite high class place is Caps on the Water, which is down in Florida, and that's a very nice joint. There's also one in Mexico, but I forgot the name.
Yeah. I haven't really eaten too much out of Georgia. So if it's a business that's out of Georgia, I wouldn't really know it.
Right.
There's a place. I can't remember what it's called, but they make really good burgers. It's in Tennessee. But if I had to choose someplace that I do remember that it's going to be in Georgia, it's going to be around the U.S. because it's one of those. It's Taco Bell. I mean, call me weird, but Doritos Locos Tacos are really good.
I'm calling you weird.
Call me.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
gonna
care.
also call you weird.
I mean,
I've never had one.
Whoever had the idea for Dorito taco shells needs to put a crown on their head because that's great.
Yeah. So tonight, before we started the podcast, I was Zachary knows this. I was dining out with my family. We were at a place called Foggy Bottoms Barbecue.
Oh my gosh, that place is great.
Awesome.
I know. I'm telling you, that is the best barbecue place I've been to. I mean, it's like home style, but it's really nice. I think they have 2 locations, but I'm not sure. But they are so good, and at the same time, they were out of ribs.
What?
So I was like, oh my god, I know, and they were out of
No
brisket too.
way.
No
They were out of
way.
brisket too. Yeah, so I
My
was like,
dad's cooking ribs right now, which is ironic.
nice.
Lucky.
So I was like,
I had McDonald's for dinner.
Awesome.
Y'all eating barbecue, and I'm sitting over here. Guys, look at my fries, my McChickens.
so I was like, what am I gonna get? They're out of brisket and ribs. So I saw a cheeseburger, right? And that's like the easy go-to. I saw a cheeseburger, and I asked for the cheeseburger. She says, "How do you want it cooked?" And that was it for me. I said medium rare. She brought back the most delicious cheeseburger I've ever had with bacon on it. Oh my god, it was delicious. The pickles, thick cut. It was delicious. Best
Yeah.
best burger I've ever had.
I'm a medium. I mean, like you can crucify me if you like, but I'm more of a medium well kind of man.
Okay.
I go
Well-
for a medium.
I think I like it a little underdone.
Yeah,
Like I think I like it
Medium
kind
rare.
of a rare,
rare.
not medium rare, like a little bit under medium rare.
Oh,
Maybe
so even
medium
more,
rare.
more red and pink.
So
Yeah.
rare.
Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't
basically
say-
like a rare.
Rare is like seared on the outside, but it's still red on the inside, still bleeding.
Yeah.
And then like below rare, that's unsafe. Below
you
rare, it's
can
not
eat
cooked at all.
You can
Rare-
eat straight raw steak and beef and pork, just not
Yeah.
chicken.
Let's
Yeah,
just say I like
okay,
medium
because-
rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's about right.
Yeah, I love medium rare. It's a little bit of pink, a little bit of red, not too much blood at all. It's just good. It's just very well cooked, very
Exactly.
tender.
I can
Seared on the
agree.
outside. Yeah.
I used to like it well, but then I had a steak that was then I had a steak that was medium, and I changed my opinion on that.
Do you have your steak with steak sauce, or you just eat it with the
A1 steak sauce.
Yeah, Sam. I'm more of an A1 man.
I like the steak plain, with just seasoning. How it's cooked.
Weirdo.
I never
I'm
like
to-
it.
Now I'm calling you
Yeah, I'm
weird.
totally with James on that.
I,
I never
don't
had-
like A1
yeah.
sauce.
Have you
Ruins
ever
it
tried
for me.
dipping fries in A1?
Yes,
I
No.
can agree.
have.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, me too.
That's great.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to be with James on that. I'm not a big fan of steak sauces, any of that. I like just eating a steak like fresh off the grill, a little bit of seasoning on it. But if it's well cooked, it doesn't need anything extra. It's a steak.
Yeah, that's what
It's-
I can agree with that.
Do you like rub on your steak? Like
Do I
before
like
they cook,
what?
could they season it and stuff, or do you just have it cooked and then season?
Rub on, definitely. The
Rub on,
spices stick
okay.
better. It cooks into the meat a little bit. I like it rub on.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so I think it's time for your next question, Logan, if you have one.
Um.
Because if you
Yeah.
don't, I can go again.
Yeah, you go. You go again.
I go again. Okay, so family friendly. What is the weirdest thing you've done that you're willing to share? And I'll share mine.
Well, it can be not family friendly if they're willing to share.
Okay, can I say something? The weirdest thing I've seen.
Sure.
I mean, I was in the action when it happened.
Oh, I think I know what you're
Oh.
gonna say.
Okay,
spill your beans.
so this is a great story, by the way. So, if there's any women watching this, there is something called urinals in the men's bathroom, and when urinals don't work, usually custodians or any
Janitor.
cleanup janitor will put a bag over it.
Yep.
And if if you're in a school with kids whose brains aren't developed, you will have a few days later you'll have that bag full of piss.
Of course.
So
Just
so
classic.
so during third period, I went to the bathroom because my friend Jermaine told me there's something going down and it'd be great to watch it. And I look in there, and this thing is full to the brim. There is so much pee in this bag. It is full. No, there's like a bottle of water could have made that shit tipped over, right?
Yeah.
And then this short kid had the greatest idea ever to run over to it and chuck a book at it. And the aftermath of that resulted in the man falling over and being drenched in, I'd say, 14 gallons of piss. And
Wait. Was
and-
this last year?
This was in 8th grade.
So that was last year, yeah. Why
Yeah.
wasn't I there for that?
You weren't invited, I guess, but it was the best thing I've ever seen. That's why they closed the bathroom down for 2 days.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
dude, we had to use
why.
we
That
had to
makes
use
sense.
Green Hall bathroom. I was so mad. about that.
We had to use Green Hall bathroom. And yeah, that's probably the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
What about you, Matt?
I'm not gonna say her name, but do you guys remember the tall administrator?
From 8th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were taking a test in language arts. I don't know if this is the weirdest thing I've seen, but it's just funny, so I'm gonna say it. We were taking a test in language arts, and the door was open, and we hear a loud scream of like a young child, right? So of course, a bunch of 14 to 13-year-olds gonna look out and see what the hell it was, right? We
Yeah.
all look out and we see the tall administrator lady beating her child pants off. And then Miss John, my language arts teacher, it just says simply, we're taking a test, and then she looks over and then we all get escorted back into our theater. And that was just crazy.
I forgot all about her. So I'm gonna share two things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna share what she did, and then what I was a part of that was just hilariously stupid. So first is what she did. So one time I missed my bus last year, and I'm sitting in the front lobby waiting for my dad to come get me. And she comes and she's waiting for me to leave so she can leave. And she's standing there at the front desk, holding her clipboard with her arms across the chest, like she would be like, you know how she stands, and stared at me
Mhm.
the entire 2 hours I waited on my dad. Didn't move, didn't say anything, just stared at me. Like,
What
That
the fuck?
is horrifying.
and then we were,
Yeah.
remember when we were in the gym welcoming the fifth grader, uprising sixth graders and their parents? That like little small concert
Oh
we played at?
yeah, I was story
That
told
was
about
fun.
that too.
She stood at the top of the middle between where the two gyms met and just stared at us the entire time. Again, not moving the whole 3 hours we were there. The same way she was standing, she just arms crossed, staring.
And who is this? An
This,
administrator?
this is Miss D, one of
Yes.
our administrators from our middle school last year.
Dude, it's fucking creepy.
She is creepy.
Dude, she was
I mean,
creepy as
she
fuck.
could, she
But
was
at
a
the end
nice
of the year,
person, but
she
if
wrote
she
my
stared
mom
at
a
you,
very
you'd scream.
nice email about me. Yeah, it was really weird. She was like, "Best young two men I've ever seen. Have a great ninth grade year."
Whoa.
That was
Like, I did not talk to this lady one time.
I talked to her once to get a good referral from her, and then and I also got a detention from her once. Well, no, I got it from a language arts teacher, but I had to sit in that room with her, and it was terrifying.
But yeah, so the thing that I was a part of that was just really weird and stupid was my friend Dylan, who I'm hoping to get on this podcast at a later episode, and he was at my house. He was spending the night, and we were doing whatnot, and we had the idea, let's cook a piece of bacon in the best way possible. So we get some tinfoil, we grab a little
Microwave.
can, and we go out to the driveway. We go out to the backyard, grab some coals from the grill, put those on the tinfoil on the driveway, set those on fire, put the pan on top of those, and spent about 2.5 hours cooking one single piece of bacon. And man, that was the best bacon I've ever had.
Was it like
Two and a
one
half hour
slice?
cooked bacon?
Was it one slice of bacon?
It was one single slice of bacon. We split it in half. It was great.
Was
Who
it
got the
crispy
more-
or was it
yeah.
chewy?
Crispy
it
as
was crispy,
chewy.
man.
Oh, yo, that must have been a fire piece of bacon.
I want to do it again, but I don't have the patience to wait 2.5 hours for a piece of bacon. So
Dude, you gotta sell it for like $300. Just like one golden piece of bacon.
yeah.
Perfect temperature.
Okay, so
Yo, it's
I'd like to ask this
snowing. What
question.
the heck?
This question might be a little controversial though. I don't mean to be political, but how do you guys like your bacon?
Ooh.
Chewy.
Crispy. If anything
Okay,
on that
so-
bacon is not crispy, I'm gonna throw it away.
Okay,
I like it
so
chewy and rubbery. I like it that way.
I don't like it rubbery, but I like it. I don't like it. I hate it when it's really crispy. That's really I hate bacon that way.
When it's
I
on
just
a
don't get
sandwich, I want it as rubbery as possible. When I'm eating it just by itself, I want it more crispy.
I can relate with that answer.
Now, just like Logan said, don't mean to be political, but like, have you ever had turkey bacon and did you like it?
Hell no.
Never had it.
Turkey
Get
bacon.
out of my face with the turkey bacon.
I accidentally ate a piece one time at like an IHOP or something, and I was like, "What is this? It doesn't taste like normal bacon." My mom looks at me and goes, "Oh, your sister was trying to eat healthy. That's turkey bacon." I was like, "Did I just what?"
Do you
Wait, it's
hold on,
healthier?
Speaking of like healthier choice items, like do you guys hate it in the school cafeteria when they don't mark the like veggie stuff more
Exactly,
clearly?
it's-
Like the tofu stuff.
So you pick up like a chicken nugget and you're like, you better destroy that thing, and then you bite into the first bite and it tastes like the
It's the
underside of a
veggie
shoe.
nugget.
Yeah, it's terrible. Why would they do that to us? I don't
Yeah,
know.
vegan
It's the
food is
ultimate bait.
Yeah.
It makes you cry literally when you realize you just got baited that hard.
Mhm.
Like I hate school food and I normally take my lunch, but I'm using this year and cheating with it because the schools are giving out free lunches and breakfast because of COVID. So
Yeah.
So I'm like taking advantage of that.
Is high school food any better than the middle school?
It is so much better than middle school
Yeah.
food, but it still sucks.
Right.
It's still bad,
So-
but it's
The
better.
pizza still tastes like
Which is-
cardboard.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Pizza
No,
was the
you
only
remember
good part
that
about
like
the middle school
awesome
food.
like element like before all food policy went in America for schools.
That was,
remember
like,
how
third grade, though.
Amazing like school pizza was?
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
That used to
doughy,
be
it was cheesy. It was like a Domino's
amazing.
pepperoni pizza.
But they
then-
ruined it,
then-
so-
Then we're not going to speak of it because it's political. Person put in like, ooh, schools must be healthy. Here is your whole grain Cheerios. Here is your diet Fruit
Non-
Loops. You know.
Remember
like-
strawberry milk? Goodbye.
Yeah. You know, not gonna lie, that strawberry milk was good for the first year they had it. Then it tasted disgusting.
Yeah, and then it tastes about the same as like some milky water.
Yeah. Like, okay, so the schools this year have added a new pizza. It's a buffalo chicken pizza, and it is so good.
Is enough.
Oh, really?
Like, when you guys come back in person, you gotta try that crap.
Well, now I'm gonna give the host a question: bagged lunch or school lunch?
School lunch. And I'm not the host, but I count as a co-host, so.
Logan?
Bagged lunch. You mean like I take the lunch myself?
Yeah,
like
you,
I
like,
make it,
take
bring it to
the
school?
Like you make it at home, you bring it to school.
Okay. I've only ever really eaten mostly school lunch, but I have to say every time I have made my own lunch, it's really good. Like I'll bring a
Yeah.
sub or like a piece of pizza, you know, maybe some hot wings, whatever. I go all out. It's delicious.
Okay, that's a fair answer. I'll take that.
When I
mean-
can, I prefer bagged lunch.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, like, but if it's the school's bagged lunch versus normal school lunch, I'm gonna say school lunch because the school's bagged lunch is the disgusting PB&J, celery sticks and carrots, and then a milk.
Are you talking about like that field trip lunch?
Yeah, the field trip lunch.
Oh, I hate the field trip lunch.
Oh my god, the field trip lunch.
Ugh, terrible.
Get like I mean, like the Uncrustables is probably like the best part, and then like the rest of it's terrible.
Yeah, you just
See,
take that out.
I
and just
hate peanut
cram
butter and jelly
everything.
sandwiches. I can't eat
We
those.
all-
Really?
We all know that kid, right? That like takes his school lunch and turns it into like a piece of art.
Oh! You're talking about me?
Are you that kid?
I was that kid.
Oh, my
Logan, you were
God.
still at the middle school where I went in 7th grade, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what me and Aiden would do every single lunch
In 7th grade?
in 7th grade?
No. Okay, so me and you had the same classes in 6th, but in 7th we did not. You were on
Oh,
the.
that's right. No. Okay.
I was,
we
like,
did it in
downstairs.
both years. Do you remember what I kept doing with whoever else would do it with me in 6th grade?
With what? The ketchup, maybe?
Well, that and just the food in general.
Not particularly. You're gonna have to remind
Okay,
me.
so I was the one kid who vowed to make every single school lunch smell the worst it possibly could, and I succeeded. I was very good at doing this. I did this for 2 years straight. Anything
You
I
didn't
could
eat your
get-
food?
anything I could get would get mixed into one single little thing, and then we'd pass it around the entire cafeteria and let people smell it.
Ugh.
Dude, literally, I knew this kid that like take the bread that was harder than a diamond.
Oh my
might I
gosh.
add? Dude, I hated that little bread thing. Anyway, he put a hole in it somehow, and then scraped up all the bread out of it, but just left the hard outer shell. And poured
I
milk
did
and-
that shit. That was me. I raped
No,
the,
no,
the
no, no,
damn
no,
bread
no.
book.
You're not. I'm not finished. And he put milk inside of it, capped it off with the bread dough that he took out, and threw it at the teachers like a grenade.
Awesome. But like that bread, you'd peel off the hard outer shell, then you'd rape it, and then you'd like get the good part.
Yeah, that's the only good part.
You know, I don't understand why you guys hated that really hard bread. That stuff tasted better than anything the schools could have given you. It was just really
Dude,
hard.
those cheese sticks that they used to give out. Oh my god. Oh my god. I will never have anything better than those. So they got rid of them.
Remember the cupcakes they would give you for like Martin Luther King Jr. Day or something? They're like cold
Yeah,
and hard
like
as a
the-
rock. And, like,
Yeah,
wet.
and smash them on the table. It wouldn't do anything.
Oh, like yeah, on like Valentine's Day, they like
you
they gave
could
out these
you
like
could grab the
literal
icing and pull it off,
steel
and the icing wouldn't
cookies.
the icing would come off and it wouldn't get anywhere.
Uh,
I those steel those I love welding with my cookie.
All you need is a piece of solder, and you can put them all together.
Give
Make
me
a
a few
shield out
toothpicks.
of
Let's see what I
them.
can make.
Those things were
Yeah.
iron. Like there's nothing they can. Like people would bust them on the table to get a piece.
Exactly. They just take it and slam it on the table. Piece breaks off. Oh, there we go. Eats one. Do it again.
Yeah.
It takes like 30 minutes to eat one cupcake.
Yeah. Zachary, do you remember do you remember Miss Slack from
Oh
sixth grade?
my heavens. I wish I didn't.
Dude, okay, so did you hear about how LaShawn snatched off her fucking wig in the middle of the lunchroom?
He didn't snatch it off. He scared her and she made it fall off. So what happened? They were at lunch and he had red food, or not red food dye, but red something to put in his water to make it flavored. And the water spilled somewhere and it stained his like white shirt or something. And she looks over and she thought it was blood and she jumped up so fast and her wig popped up like 5 inches.
Dude, she would come in with like a new hairstyle and new hair color like once a week, and then I'd always say, "Wow, I like what you did with your hair," like as a joke, and she'd actually be like, "Thank you."
One time
And I
we walked into, she was my fourth period, which was for middle school's last period. Anyways, we walked into our final class and she's at the door greeting us, and a bunch of students walked in with their hair done differently, and she's like, "Why didn't y'all tell me it was new hairdo day? I would have done my hair too." And everyone in the room just started laughing.
Oh, that's golden.
And the best thing I think she ever did was she bent over to pick up a marker, got stuck, lowered her head to see if she could grab the marker she dropped while she was still stuck, and then her wig fell onto the floor.
did she like? Did she have like yeah? Hold on. Did she like do her wigs before she put them on, or you think she put them on and then did the wig?
I don't even know how to interpret what you just said, so I'm not going to answer that.
No, he said like, do you think she designed the way the hair would look before she put it on her head, or do you think she put it on her head and like did it in the mirror, as if she actually had
Oh.
hair?
I have no idea. If I had to guess, I'd say from how lazy she acted that she did it before.
I'm gonna say she's even lazier and say she bought it pre in that
Yeah,
hairstyle.
that's what
Like,
I'm
it was
saying.
already
Like she
there.
got it like that and just
Yeah,
didn't
but
do
then
anything.
she'd have to buy
Yeah.
so many wigs.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
I
she?
know.
People
Well,
do
she had
that.
at least like
Oh,
six.
I just remember one more time it fell off. She was sitting at her desk and she had a fan in her room and the fan turned to blow at her and blew it onto the whiteboard. Like
I have another
I don't
great
like being
story
mean. I don't
about
like making fun of
wigs.
teachers, but she really deserves it.
Oh, she was a freaking. I don't even know the word. She was
A
just
female dog.
Yeah.
I got a great story for
Your mic is
for,
popping again, James.
I got a
Cool.
great story for wigs.
Oh boy.
So it was actually in eighth grade in Miss Cisco class when I got moved to third. No, I got moved to. I don't remember, but it was Miss Cisco's class.
Oh my, Miss
And-
Cisco is just like Miss Slack. Imagine Miss Cisco, and that's Miss Slack, but Miss Slack was older and like an inch taller.
Oh, okay.
Miss Slack was actually taller than somebody.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But I remember this kid. I think his name was Jordan,
Oh yeah.
and he ripped. I don't remember the girl's name at all. Like there was some weird long name. I just don't know. But he went up like she was giving him sass, and he pulled on her hair and just ripped off her wig or weave. I don't know what it was, but like that shit came straight off. It was great.
Miss Cisco made me mad one time and put me in one of the offices outside of her room. And that was a mistake because there was one of the huge, like, you know how the administrators have those huge desks?
Yeah.
There was one of those in there, and it was unlocked. And there was nothing in the desk but the keys to lock it. So, I take the key out and closed it and locked it. And I still have the key somewhere in this room behind me.
Amazing.
Very nice.
No one will ever be able to access the disc.
I mean, there's
Dude, I
nothing in
stole
it, so
two
it's
rulers
just a big,
from
like,
my math
annoying
teacher and
troll.
broke them.
They get a locksmith or like if their lock picking is 100, they can open it. Skyrim reference. Nobody.
I'm ready for another question.
Okay, Logan, it's your turn.
Okay. Are you sure?
I
What
don't
was your
remember.
last
We just
question?
went on talking about teachers and wigs for the past 10 minutes, so I can't remember too well, but I
Okay.
think so.
Okay. Well, we're nearing that hour mark. So, Zachary, do you want to make this our last question?
This will be our last question then until we hit an hour. We can just discuss random stuff.
Okay. I want to know, what is your biggest fear, both of you?
I don't really. Okay, so call me weird again, but I don't get scared by much. But there,
No, this isn't like an object or something physical, like maybe a clown or something. This could be like a thing or like a fear or like something that might happen, whatever.
yeah,
This
like,
is
but
your.
like nothing gets into my brain. Like I shut stuff out, and I don't perceive reality the way I really should. So you can stick a gun in my face and say that you're about to shoot me and kill me, and I'm just gonna be like, okay, like that's not gonna phase me. And like people are like, oh, you say that and you're just lying to make yourself sound big. I'm serious. Like I'm just weird like that. But if there are the
Can I
small little group of stuff that scares me. And one of those, it's not death itself, but what happens after to the people. Like, who is going to get affected and how?
Yeah.
Like, if I die, I die, and I accept that. But just how is it going to affect the people I care about?
Okay.
I think my biggest fear, I know the question was for you guys. I'm going to be real quick. I think my worst fear, I never feared it before until recently, but I really fear death over all things. I am so scared of death. I don't know what's going to happen after, the Bible, whatever. I don't know what's going to happen. I can't in my heart say that I know for sure what's going to happen to me like Zachary, his was more selfless. Like, I know I'm going to die. I accept it. What's going to happen to them? Mine is, I don't give a fucking shit what's going to happen to them. I want to know what's going to happen to me. I'm worried.
Yeah.
I'm
Mm.
mad worried. I don't really, yeah.
Honestly, I don't even think my worst fear is death related. I think it just like if I got socially outcasted somehow, if I
Oh.
lost everyone's respect, and I'm just like I would have to do something awful, right?
Yeah.
But like even like if I were to lose even the respect of my own like parents or even siblings, that would just be the worst thing ever. Like if no one would ever want to talk to me ever, that'd be terrifying. I genuinely wouldn't know what to do. Like you could kill. I would rather death than that.
Yeah.
That's awful.
Humans live for attention.
Yeah.
Whether it's the
Social
attention of a woman
interaction,
or the
yeah.
attention of family.
Right. Need something or you're gonna go crazy. My biggest fear, I have two. The fear of the afterlife, like Logan, I am also very scared of how I'm gonna die and where I'm gonna go at.
Yeah, it's a very scary thought to think
Yeah,
about.
and then I'm also scared of like closed spaces, claustrophobic. I think the term is.
Mm-hmm.
Like I wanted to go. I went scuba diving once, but the rapids are too high, so I went to the scuba pool. It was like 10 feet, 12 feet. It was pretty deep. No, it was like actually like 24 deep. It was insane. It looked pretty shallow from the top, but when you actually go in, it's crazy. I do recommend scuba diving. It's pretty fun, but I was terrified when they mentioned something about like, oh, you get to discover like these things that no one would ever see, like in these like caves and stuff. That terrified me. I was like, I am not going in those closed spaces. Like, because imagine if you got stuck.
Yeah.
You're just gonna wait till your oxygen runs out. It's terrifying. And no, I'm not afraid of the ocean. I'm just afraid of like. So let's say if it was like a ventilation shaft, you were a mechanical repairman. You're fixing up AC. You get stuck. No one can get you out. That's
So I take it
terrifying.
you're very claustrophobic.
I am extremely claustrophobic.
Yeah.
Like, even if I'm like in an uncomfortable car for too long, I get nauseous. Like, it's terrible.
Dude. Yeah, that'd definitely be a hard way to live. I have something called thalassophobia, which is not the fear necessarily of the ocean, but it could happen in a pool either. It's the fear of what's under the surface of the water. You can look up thalassophobia and you'll find pictures of like the shadow of a shark just below a wave or just below this water surface or its face. Shit like that scares the crap out of me. Now, funny story. No one, I don't really tell nobody about this because it's a little phobia. I'm a dude. I'm not gonna care too much. I'm trying not to bring too much attention to it. I was at the beach over the summer. Very not that much crowded because there was a lot of people scared of COVID. But my uncle brought us all down to the beach. We're all down, and I'm with my siblings, my cousins, and we're all going out far. I mean, like you'd think the undertow was closer. We got out very far. Waves were going over my head, and I'm 6 foot. So he calls us back. We go over there, and he says, "Be careful. If you see a shadow in one of the waves, it's a shark, and you need to run." And I was like, "You just ruined my day." now, now I don't want to go back out there. I was terrified, man,
Yeah.
because I wasn't thinking about it, and then he made me think about it. Terrible.
I got lost in the rapids with my dad once. That was pretty scary. I was like 9. I thought I was older than that, but my dad told me I was like 8, right? And it was like, I didn't know exactly how far we were out. That's why I wasn't scared at the time. But if it was like now, I'd probably be like demons screaming like loud because I didn't want to get lost out because I didn't because it was me and my dad, right? So he had the power to get us out. But if it was just me, I would not be able to paddle out of that rapid.
Okay, so we have crossed the hour mark about 2 minutes ago, so we're going to go ahead and start heading and closing this episode out. So, thank you guys for coming on here. We needed someone to talk to for this. We wanted to get this done. This is really fun. I look forward to doing more episodes like this. So, thank you, James and Matthew. Hope you guys had fun. We did. At least I did. Logan.
Yeah, I definitely had fun. I really
Yeah,
enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
I like this. I'm surprised we even talked for an hour. I got lost in this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was
Yeah.
fun.
If this ever becomes popular podcast, I'm very glad to be your first candidate on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't say we'll be popular, but I can say
We'll try.
that you are our first.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What are y'all posting this on?
We're posting it on
Yeah.
YouTube. I'll send you the link to it.
Yeah, I'd like to hear it, please. All right. Well, I've had a blast, guys. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
having me on this,
Uh-huh.
inviting me into this.
Thank you guys a lot for coming. Okay.
Nice.
And
So, yeah.
I think we're
to the
we're
viewers,
going to
thank
go
you.
ahead and call it.
Yeah, to everyone who's watching, thank you.
Yeah. We
Yes, thank
appreciate
you for watching.
viewers. We appreciate y'all. Your watch time is always appreciated.
Yeah,
So
if you
thank
somehow
you guys
enjoyed this ranting, thank you.
Yeah, like that's what this
And I
podcast
don't
is. We just
expect you to
bring
watch-
old friends on here. We talk to people and just have fun like this. So we might have a podcast every now and then where we're going over specific topics or whatnot. But most of the time, we're just going over, our friends and stuff that we went through together and just asking them questions like this.
What's new?
And again,
Yeah, what's
as
new?
as in the channel description, if you, the viewer, think that we're interesting enough to talk to, maybe you want to come on the show, send us an email, crayolamarker064@gmail.com. We are right there always, and we'll be there. We don't get much attention. So for the time being, email us and we can invite you on the show. We'll do an episode.
Yeah.
I like the email, by the way.
Oh yeah, we made all this stuff up today, and we were like, okay, what are we gonna do? And Logan Logan does graphic designing a lot and likes to do art, so he goes Crayola marker.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for being on. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
ahead and disconnect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys in the next podcast episode. This is episode 1. Next episode, we already have our attendee picked out for who we're talking with, and then you guys will see that then. Until then, have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you. Bye.